Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, Annette Dion here. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network. We're going to get to the news real quick, and what a day. Today we saw that Donald Trump ruins everything. He ruins everything. He even fucked up the turkey pardon. Who does that? I mean, and then went on this diarrhea of the mouth. I mean, he hurls the kind of insults that you've never heard people hurl in your life. The kind of insults against others that even if you don't like the person who he's insulting, you feel bad for them. What a fucking loser. Excuse my French. I know. I just what? But anyway, this is what's going on. He is feeling so threatened. And I just saw a really quick headline, Trump flees from D.C. He's always running away. He's always running away to Mar-a-Lago, so I'm going to ask the pendulum something. Because it seems like he's afraid of the White House in a certain way. I think that one of the contributing factors is, we all know, we've all heard that Lincoln haunts the White House. Hang on, you need to see my sign. We know that Abraham Lincoln haunts the White House. I know that we've been pumping white light in our visualizations into the White House for a while now. And earlier this week I mentioned on an Off the Ledge that I have this vision of, and it's an audio, the audio included, of this really low sound, like in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mentioned this the other day. This really low sound that's like such a strong vibration that it's just shaking out the White House. It is just getting rid of all that swampy, slimy, disgusting crap. And when he runs away, I think about that. And when he runs away, I think he's afraid of the White House. It is haunted. Let's just see. Just for fun. Is Donald Trump afraid of the White House? Does it spook him? It's like kind of sort of, I'm getting the sense that he's so dull that he probably doesn't even think about it. It's like, that's the kind of sort of. All right, let's ask this. Does Lincoln haunt him? Does Lincoln's ghost haunt him? I have a yes. So he might not perceive it as, oh, it feels like this place is haunted, because he's such an idiot anyway. His thinking doesn't go beyond the next Big Mac that he's going to eat. Let's be real. So, I notice a predominant feeling in the collective today that the whole thing is falling apart. The whole damn thing is going down like the tower card. And so let's do this. I have my electricity globe. Let's think about, I like this. I think it's a good visual. Let's think about, let me do this for a sec so that we can really see this. Send your energy out. It looks like this. Send your thought energy into the White House and the Pentagon and the Capitol building, and imagine that this energy is clearing out the scuzz and the ugly, ugly, ugly vibrations, the hatred, the violence, the white supremacists, all that gone. What do you think of that? Okay, let me fix the light. It's too bright. When I talk about visualizing, that's what I mean. I have a feeling today, like, as angry as I am at him and at everything, that we all despise him. We all. And this includes a lot of the MAGA people now. And this apparently includes some of the MAGAs in Congress now. We despise despise him. I was saying to my friend today, I said, my friend's visiting from Nashville, but I said, and I've said this before to you guys, live your life in such a way that people aren't dancing in the streets on the day of your passing. And we know whenever the good Lord chooses to take him home, that we will be very happy. And he will not have, we will not have a pomp and, you know, all the rest of it. He won't have a royal departure funeral. So he's running off to Mar-a-Lago. He couldn't just pardon the turkeys. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing because it's too infuriating, but I caught a couple clips of it. And it's infuriating. So let's take a look at, we've read on this cast of characters before, and we didn't see good things happening for them. Cash Patel. Just for kicks, we'll read on Cash Patel. We know he's going anyway. I have my Voyager deck. Now that I have the heat on, it's a little bit warm here. Let's... Oh, it's raining out. Just a little bit of air. Just a little bit of air. Now that things are starting to come tumbling down, and we have 3-Eye Atlas soon to be bombarding us with high frequency energies and other things. We're going to read on Cash Patel. Well, things are going to get disrupted and things will accelerate, including the firing or maybe the whole lot of them. Cash Patel. Setback, equanimity, that indicates that the people in Congress don't give a rat's ass about Cash Patel. And Cash Patel is not going to stand for it. What I mean by that is he's not going to stand for being fired. I think he'll put up a stink about it. Oh, really? Is that going to get him anywhere? Is he going to put up a stink about it? What's he going to try to sue Dumpy? Hang on. Will he try to sue anybody? No. So I'm picking up Cash Patel. He's on his way out. Is somebody gonna be harassed by Cash Patel because he's on his way out? Is somebody gonna be harassed? Yeah. Bongino pops into my mind, but I have no idea why. Trying to think back. Did they ever get in a fight or anything? Possibly. That actually, I don't know what I'm picking up on, but I feel like Cash Patel is going to blame Bongino for some reason. So I don't know the logistics of that or the details. I just pick up that there's going to be some kind of squabbling between the two of them. But yeah, he's going. Is Cash Patel going to be fired in the coming? Is he going to be fired this week? Not this week. Is he going to be fired? Well, is he going to be fired? Because he could resign. Is Cash Patel going to be fired? Okay, so is Cash Patel going to resign? I feel like he's going to resign. Maybe he'll resign just to save face, kind of like a Nixon thing. No. He knew he was going to be impeached and removed, so he resigned. I'm going to ask this about, I know that this ICE BS is really out of hand and we need to do something about it, and we are. And I'm going to read on Christine Ohm. I might need my nefarious cards. Hang on a second. I think I do. Christy Gnome, the robot Barbie. Robo Barbie. What's her fate? Look, we're having another windstorm. It's raining out too. What's Christy Gnome's fate? She will continue to gaslight. What I know about Christy Gnome, what I see, is she's gaslighting herself. She's all over. She doesn't know what reality is. I mean that. She doesn't know what reality is. What's going to happen to her? Well, yes, Christy Gnome will be held accountable for her crimes. That's the needing to surrender card. Because the people will be overflowing in a very loud way. It's starting to happen in protest and wanting, metaphorically speaking, off with her head. Metaphorically speaking. Yeah. All she has is gaslighting. All she has is gaslighting. That is one very sick woman. I'm going to ask this. There's like billions of dollars slated to be spent on detention centers, which we know are concentration camps. Is that money going to be spent? Is that going to be allocated? No. No, I think I've read on this before and I saw that it would be stopped. Since I'm on the topic of big centers being built that we don't want, I'm going to ask about another big center kind of a thing. The infrastructure for AI is slated to take over valuable land. Not only that, as they are hiking up the prices of electricity, because now we don't have the subsidies that support green, and part of our electricity was funded by solar and wind, and some geothermal, I believe, which made your utility bill reasonable. Now that the AI infrastructure is being built, drinking water and electricity will be sucked out of the public and the oligarchs will be stealing it. Is the AI infrastructure going to be completed? It will not be completed. You know, and I hadn't thought about it today, but I was listening to someone who mentioned that under this stupid orange ass, under his reign, AI is not being regulated at all. At all. Is that going to change? Yes, that's going to change. Okay, so we're going to dive right in. And we're going to ask this. Actually, we need the nefarious cards. We're going to ask if Donald Trump is going to be removed. Now, I want to mention that it wasn't lost on me that they're going after the people who know the most about law enforcement, who know the most about how the Constitution works and what's in it, who know the most. They're going after the people that know the most about the military, the protocol for the military, and the Constitution. They're going after the people that are the creme de la creme of our country, of our country's best. Now, I'm not calling Jim Comey that. I'm calling Jim Comey someone who just happens to know how it all works. I kind of stopped doing live streams because I was getting into this back and forth about this Jim Comey stuff, and that wasn't the reason, but it was a contributing factor. It's like I didn't feel like I wanted to argue with people about something that was beside the point, the actual point. So it's just a lot easier to focus this way. I hope you don't mind. 3 cards about Dumpy, and then going after Mark Kelly. Who was the captain of the Navy and also flew jets, military jets. And actually, I think, I don't have it with me. Oh, hang on a second. I think, I'm just going to read you something because I did just take a screenshot. So it should be right here. I want to just look at, I'll read it to you another time. And I do want to play Kathy Beale's astrology forecast for today too while I'm thinking about it. But I was reading about how decorated or how accomplished Mark Kelly is. It's amazing. So my point is, I can never find things when I'm looking for them. But my point is, I really do feel like Mark Kelly is going to get the higher ups, the bigwigs in the military to take action. So that's what I'm going to ask about Trump in the face of that. And I think that's why Dumpy is so, there are other factors, but so remarkably off the rails. I mean, he's just like, what a miserable POS Dumpy is. So Mark Kelly's not taking this lying down, nor did Jim Comey, nor has Letitia James. So I'm pulling 3 cards on Dumpy. Dumpy dump dump. Everything Dumpy touches turns to shit. Everything. There's nothing in the United States of America that I can think of that represents we the people, we the citizens of America. There's nothing that represents us that we have been proud of for generations that he hasn't shit on. Nothing. This is Dumpy. Something is coming down really quickly. His working for the Kremlin isolates him. And it's coming down quickly. And this makes me think that what this is referring to is the plans from the Kremlin for Ukraine to have the war end. Straight from the Kremlin. Translated from Russian to English. Let's ask this. Is Mark Kelly going to spur on military action to remove Trump? Yes. Now, we might never know that he had an influence. We might never know that it was Mark Kelly's influence that got the military to act in the way that they swore an oath to act. It was just a precursor of things to come, what I'm picking up on, that they made that commercial. I don't think that they expected Dumpy to just go jump all over them just for, basically, they might as well have been just like reading the Constitution. The military, well, it is in the military's Constitution. You're not to obey unlawful orders, to attack the people that they swore an oath to defend and protect. To be told to attack the people is the so-called commander-in-chief making an unlawful order. So what Mark Kelly and the others did was they made a commercial to basically just say that. Just to read it. If I like decided to read the Constitution to you, I always have one on my table here. If I just decided to read it to you, this is like the equivalent of that. And it's not lost on any of us, I'm sure, that if Donald Trump has a problem with our military disobeying unlawful orders, then he had some very unlawful things. He has some very unlawful things planned. And he sets himself up to be caught. He sets himself up to be framed. Because that's how stupid he is. So, I'm going to actually pull 3 cards from the Black and Gold Tarot. And see what happens there. Because I definitely get a strong, strong feeling that Mark Kelly is making moves that are legal to get this regime shut down, including Keg's Breath. So I'm just reading on that in particular. King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. He's setting the stage. Mark Kelly is setting the stage. I don't think he's brave enough to go in and, no offense to Mark Kelly. Maybe brave is not the word. I don't think that he is, given, you know, he has to look after Gabby, you know. He's married to the woman who was almost mortally injured by a gunman. I think Mark Kelly is going to do whatever he can behind the scenes to hold Dumpy accountable for sedition and treason. And January 6th. And the King of Swords is the oligarchs that have been protecting Dumpy, but I don't think that they really do anything about it. In terms of stopping, in terms of protecting Dumpy. I really don't think they do. I don't pick that up. Okay, so let's ask one more simple question, then I'll pull 3 cards for us, just to kind of tie us over. Let's ask a question about three or 4 years ago. I remember I was in my old office. I kept on saying Hakeem Jeffries will be Speaker of the House. Will we see Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker of the House before the end of the year? I don't know how that would be. I don't have the logistics of that. But that I'm getting a yes as an answer to that question is interesting, because I asked if it would be by the end of the year. So the energy is really strong for Hakeem Jeffries to be Speaker. Are the Democrats going to be in the majority before the end of the year? No. Are the Democrats going to be in the majority in the House by the end of the year? There you have it, folks. I know there's at least one election coming up. I have to look into it. It might be 3 Democrats are needed to be the majority in the House. So I'll keep you posted on that, on what I find out. There's an election in Tennessee in the first week in December. Let's pull 3 cards for us. And while I'm pulling the 3 cards, I want everyone to keep holding in your vision. Remember my little electric ball. Remember, we're sending vibes out. I'm not going to shut the light again. Okay. Think the best possible outcome. See us dancing in the streets, that this regime, in celebration, that the regime has been ousted. See it, feel it, see it, feel it, see it, feel it. Think about it a lot. Think about it all the time. The regime has been ousted, replaced with democracy, and we're better for it. We become better than we ever have been. America heals now and becomes better than ever before. We say it every Sunday at Church of Spirituality. If you're not watching, you're missing out. So what we're going to see in the next couple of days is more and more of Dumpy just lashing out. Seven of Swords, stealing, lashing out, but the Knight of Swords does indicate some kind of action being taken to stop him. Fear not. The end is near. What kind of end? You have to stay tuned. And I'll let you know tomorrow. Thumbs up, please, and please hit the hype button, and please subscribe. And if you're a member, we have a... Is that this weekend? Yes, Saturday night we have a psychic party, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's for an hour. It's a lot of fun. And you have access to all of my classes that are under the videos for set to members only. It's a lot of stuff there. Keep the faith. It's been quite a day. I can't believe the turkey pardon. That was just, I mean, it just keeps getting worse. We are on our way up. Don't worry. Okay, see you soon. Namaste.